Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the Rooster. So welcome back all my Rooster friends. How we doing, my hen friends? Oh, how we cockle-doodle doing, my Roosters? Let's find out, shall we? As we shuffle these cards up and down, we move them all around and we pick 3 cards out for you guys. Let's start about there. And we're going to take that one from the bottom. We're going to take that one from the middle. We're going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got 2 negatives and a positive there. So we are outnumbering that white with 2 blacks. However, black isn't always an attack and white isn't always all right. It all depends on that compatibility of the cards when we flip them over. We've got a catalyst card coming in. That goat card, the sheep, means there is a change. There is a change happening, or a change has happened, which has maybe become a bit of a challenge. Maybe a little bit more of a challenge than you anticipated. That sheep would suggest that you've had a bit of an impulsive decision made, or you made a bit of a spontaneous decision. Not a bad compatibility, not overly a good compatibility here, but what we are seeing is maybe you've added more hard work to your already sort of busy schedule. I think you've taken on a bit more responsibility of commitment. Like there's a bit of commitment here where this change, which you now have to be committed to, is going to occupy a lot of your time and put more, I'd say more, I wouldn't say hassle, but more kind of focus on other areas when you're already quite focused on things already. The sheep is a change that comes in quite abruptly. So it does storm in quite aggressively, thrashing about the place. You know it's happening. You know it's happened. The change is there. You know it's, you knew it was coming, and now it's right in front of your face. Now there's a mess to clean up. Now there is something to adjust to. Now there's something to adapt to. Now there's something that is going to take your focus and is going to be a bit more hard work than maybe even you anticipated. But that doesn't mean that you should give up. It doesn't mean that you should just, not do what you are doing. I think that moment's coming past. You had a choice. You made a choice, as impulsive or as spontaneous as it could have been. And now that choice has led to this change where you've now got to suck it up and just deal with it. You just have to put up with it for now. Got the monkey card coming in then, the doer card in the negative. This is a self-care card, or at least a self-care warning. Exhausting yourself is not going to be any good to you or anybody else, especially if you're taking on more responsibilities. Again, just like the sheep, the monkey and the rooster don't necessarily have a bad or a good compatibility. They don't tend to orbit towards each other because they're in different circles. However, the monkey not doing anything in that self-care way is almost putting burden on yourself. It's almost like you have put a burden on yourself. But it will pass. It will be something that won't feel like a burden forever. It's just right now, it's just adding more things onto your already busy schedule, and your to-do list is already being spread relatively all over the place. 1 minute you're doing this bit, next minute you're doing that bit. The key here, I guess, is patience. The key here is approaching things from different angles so that you can juggle them. And you are going to need to juggle them, because if you don't juggle them, you're not going to be able to keep up. And I think right now at this time, you have no other choice but to keep up, because this change here is bringing in, as I say, more responsibility, a thing to be focused on, something that needs effort, something that needs, your attention. But in doing so, you could end up exhausting yourself, or feeling exhausted, or being tired, or getting annoyed, or getting frustrated. But that's okay for now. But you can't stay in this place. You can't stay in this place. We're going to have to resolve this somehow, because we can't neglect everything. You're going to have to adapt and juggle, as frustrating as it is. And you can vent your frustration, you can get annoyed, you can shout and scream and kick and whatever, as long as the things on the to-do list are getting done. If you don't do them, you are gonna fall behind. They are gonna literally be put on the back burner and be forgotten about. Before you know it, they've boiled dry or they've caught on fire, and now you're gonna have to clean up another mess. That's not to say that your spontaneous, impulsive decision wasn't a good one or the right one or something that is, worth it. It's just you've got to remember that, as exhausted as you are, as tired as you are, as frustrated as you are, it was worth it for you. It was worth it to you to make that decision. You've made that decision. As the old saying goes, you made your bed, now you must lay in it. Or I suppose you made your nest, now you must lay in it. And that's something that you're going to have to adapt to. We are moving into this positive, of course, so it can't all be bad. I don't think it is all bad. As I say, I don't think your decision was a bad decision to make, or your impulsiveness or spontaneousness. I don't think that was something that was, a mistake per se. It's just, I don't think you weighed up the consequences of your actions fully, and now you're going to have to deal with that. But you will deal with it. You'll deal with it. There we are, monkey coming in the white there, the positive monkey, which is good. You're going to adapt to this. You're going to handle it well. It's a doer now in the positive, with a, not good, not bad compatibility. So we can now see it for the positive. You're going to see hard work, yes, but you're going to be able to handle it. You're going to be able to get it done. You're not immune to hard work. So if you want this something badly enough, you are going to get it done. And you will get it done, which is then going to give you an achievement, an accomplishment, which is then going to feed that ego, feed that self-esteem, give you a boost, motivate you, inspire you, and keep you going. Yeah, this is a bit of a long, winding path that you have taken, and there's going to be commitment and dedication here that's going to be needed, and it will be, now a focus, but you'll reorganize, you will figure it out, fit it in, and get it done. Both those monkeys there, that is a sort of flip of the perspective, because we were coming into this with like a negative kind of opinion on things, feeling like maybe we should give up, frustrated and not necessarily knowing what to do. But you will work it out. You will work it out. You are your biggest critic. So once you start criticizing yourself and putting yourself in a position where you feel like you're letting yourself down or disappointing yourself, you're going to quickly turn that around. And this is what that negative monkey is. It's a lack of self-care or a lack of self-awareness of what we're putting ourselves through, or what we're dealing with. As soon as you figure that out, we're going to come into this get stuff done phase and do it and get it done in a positive way for that self-care, or for lifting you back up to where you should be at your optimum roosterness. So that monkey is a good energy to have as it turns into that positive. The change itself and the negative impacts of that, we can, like I say, we can soon leave that behind us as we move forward and we deal with it and we start to find resolution or progress in this thing, this something, this someone that we are now sort of dedicated to, committed to, and have put it on that list of priorities to sort of be responsible for. And we'll find out how you get on with that next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the rooster. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the dog. So if you're interested in what those guys are up to, I'll see you over there next. If not, no worries. I'll just catch you in a video next time when we come back and do your reading again. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.